Marketing versus advertising. Good morning, this is Grandis and Shines from Direct Business Marketing. Today we're going to take a little hiatus from our current, or our past, I should say now, our past subject. We're talking about, when we were talking about some items you could use for the short stay calculator in marketing. We're going to have all those videos made for you. But today we're going to talk about marketing versus advertising. Now here's a question I get all the time. I'd say all the time, but quite a few times here and there about marketing versus advertising and the confusion of the two. They are totally different, and I'm going to capitalize and give you some definitions today, and then I'm going to show you what part you should be focusing on. Okay, when we talk about marketing and advertising, you should be doing both. Now here's the difference. Let's take a look at our slide here, and let's go through the definitions. So the advertising, let's look at the definition here. Advertising, the paid public, non-personal announcements. So we're not talking about anything that's of the personal nature. We're talking about something that is of a professional nature, more so related to a product, service, or an event, or something you're doing on a professional level, okay? Of a persuasive message by an identified sponsor, right? So usually when you're advertising, you know who is advertising, who creates this product, who makes this service, or who creates a product, who makes a service, whatever it may be. So you're going to understand that it's a person or a company that is going to be talking about a specific product or a specific service, right? A non-personal presentation or promotion by a firm, there you go again, professional here, the firm and its products and its existing to potential customers. Now let's look at marketing, the systematic planning, right? You have to be planning, you should be planning. That's one of the most important pieces when we're talking about marketing and advertising, is the planning part. The planning, implementation, and control of a mix of business activities, or even say advertising activities. If you want to talk about that, we'll see how that encompasses it later on. Business activities intended to bring together buyers and sellers, right, for the mutual advantageous exchange of transfer of products, goods, or services. Okay, so that's what this whole definition is. Now look at our pie chart here, and we're continuing to talk about marketing and advertising. Now when you look at this whole pie chart represents marketing. Okay, now in marketing there are certain sectors or certain pieces that you want to focus on, right? So what we have here is advertising, that's one, right? You have the market research, that's something that you should be doing. Market research is critically important to understand how the client thinks, what are their current trends, what are their psychographics, what are their demographics, the geographic location, things like that when you want to market and planning. The media planning, how are you going to, what mediums you're going to use when you are advertising, right? So that, again, is part of marketing. That's a it has to be very, very calculated and selected process on how you do that. And the public relations, right? Public relations, all the PR, so press release and other things like that you may do in front of the media, meaning the news folk, right? And then customer support. Once you have the customer, actually, let me take a little step up to the blue one. Let's go to sales strategy first. The sales strategy, how are you going to implement the sales? How are you going to get your product, your service, your good to the actual end user? And then from there, what about that support level? What support level are you going to incorporate within your whole marketing aspect? Because that does help retain clients. So the customer relationship management and the customer support is critically important. And then the community involvement. Are you involved in the community? How do we plan this out? Now, community now can mean several different things, not just your immediate community. When we talk about social mediums, that's also a community of people that you want to make sure you're advertising towards in terms of your marketing. So making sure that we don't leave out community involvement, we don't leave out social media, all that is included. So marketing has this again, it has this overall encompassing aspect of how you're going to communicate to the client, what mediums you're going to use, what message you're going to communicate, how strong you want that message to be, what do you want them to do, and then at the bottom, at the very bottom line, there's always a product to sell or a service to sell. It's all about the sales, and that's how you're going to help grow in your business. Because we always say nothing happens in terms of growth for a business until you sell a product or a service. And marketing and sales go hand in hand. I mean, go hand in glove. So you have to make sure that you do both. The end result of your marketing, when you're planning it out, should be sales. Okay, this is Grandis and Shines. Look at my information here, 602-369-8119. That's my my direct line. You can email me at grandison@directbusinessmarketing.com, and make sure you stay tuned with us every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and we will have another webinar for you explaining all types of marketing, sales information that you should be encompassing within your business. All right, I will talk to you next week. Thank you. Bye.